Here's $20.
So you come in the country illegally as you did. You have a moral right to let your relatives come too?
Well, first of all, I did not come into the country illegally. Let's get the facts straight. I came to the U.S. on a plane on a tourist visa. So I did not come into this country illegally.
I thought that you overstayed. I'm sorry, I totally misunderstood your bio.
I did overstay my visa, but I did not come into the country illegally.
Oh, you were here illegally. Okay. So I guess that's what I just said. But my point is...
And what's your message to? Have you seen Donald Trump? Do you think he should step in?
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
I don't know if you guys don't know this, but I'm black.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Since when?
I told you guys that I was white, but I'm black.
I deadass.
Why is it that Indian Americans and Asian Americans are the most successful group of people in America? You tell me why that is.
They weren't slaves. That's an important one.
Yes, they were. Millions of slaves from India, for example, were trafficked to the British Empire throughout history. Not to mention that Asia in general is currently the home of over 45 million modern-day slaves. And before you change your argument and say that Asian Americans never had the home loan restrictions put on them like African Americans, you're right, they didn't have home loan restrictions. Instead, they had a restriction that prevented them even from owning property that lasted from 1913 to 1952. So stop undermining the struggles of certain races just so you can push a political narrative.
I don't know if you could take it. No, you wanna see me naked. I wanna be a baby.
This just in, Donald Trump is giving $35 million worth of aids to human trafficking survivors. Hey Chris, I think we're gonna let Mr. Lemonade handle this one. This just in, Donald Trump is giving $35 million to help aid human traffickers. No sir, Mr. Lemonade. That's not what he's doing. But really, thank you President Trump, and always remember, Orange Man bad.
That boy sus. Get the punk, that's a must. I don't trust. Oh cool, okay, oh cool. Intel.
What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories. And they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions.
Put a finger down, are you racist edition. Put a finger down if you have ever said, I am not racist, but. Put a finger down if you refuse to admit that you have privilege because of your white skin color. Put a finger down if you think racism doesn't exist. Put a finger down if you have ever heard somebody say something racist and you didn't stand up. Now look at your fingers. If you have any fingers down, you are part of the problem. You are racist.
Whoa! Wow! Where am I? Where the fuck am I? Everything's so perfect!
Cuomo begs wealthy New Yorkers to come back to save the city and pleads, I'll buy you a drink, as he fights off calls to raise their taxes, which he fears may scare them away forever. Wow, it's almost as if, the Republicans were right this whole time. You tax them, they'll run away. I mean, it's kind of comical, but let's look into the article a little bit more anyway. New York has lost about 420,000 residents, and these are the rich people leaving. Do you think they're going to stay in a city that's taxing the crap out of them while also defunding the police who protect their stuff? No, rich people are smart. They're going to go to where their stuff is protected. If you look down here at the 7th and 8th bullet, he's furious that there remains no national plan to attack COVID-19 and says ongoing catastrophe in other states. Ongoing catastrophe in other states? New York, you have the second highest death rate, the first highest total number of deaths, but it's the other states holding you back? Wow.
We want higher wages. We want higher wages. Fine. We'll give you higher wages. Shut up. Fine. Signed. Bill. Law. So by now, all you guys know that the wages have been higher to $15 an hour. And because of that, we'll have to lay some of you guys off. And I got a list right here So Matthew, Zach, Jake, Henry. I can't pronounce this name. I'll just figure it out later. But Carlos, you're out. Peter, you're out. And our last one, Juan, you're out. Okay. Have a good life. Yeah. We'll also have to higher our prices now.
All right. What? A black man just got shot by the cops. I didn't know that was a good thing. Hell yeah. I'm going down to the Apple store. You want anything? And why exactly would I ask you to buy me something from the Apple store? Who the heck is talking about buying? I got 30 minutes before people start breaking the glass. You know what they say? The first 5 minutes of eluding is very crucial. Wish me luck. Oh, and if I get caught by the police, start the hashtag chain. Good man.
What is so offensive about this? I got pulled out of my classroom today and told, basically forced, to take it off. They said it was offensive and broke dress code. Long story short, I have a meeting with the principal tomorrow. I'll keep you updated.
No, I haven't taken a test. Why the hell would I take a test? Come on, man. That's like saying before you got in this program, if you take a test where you're taking cocaine or not, what do you think, huh? Are you a junkie?
What do you say to President Trump, who brags about his tests and makes your mental state an issue for voters?
Well, if he can't figure out the difference between an elephant and a lion, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Did you watch that? Look, come on, man. I know you're trying to goad me, but I mean, I'm so forward looking to have an opportunity to sit with the president or stand with the president in debates. As I joke with him, I shouldn't say it. I'm going to say something I probably shouldn't say. Anyway, I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental as well as my mental fitness, and to make a judgment.
What do you mean you don't share the same opinion as me politically? Think like me. I can't imagine any other opinion than my own. So think. Wait, don't attack my opinions. Just because I attacked yours doesn't mean you can attack mine.
I said, do you support Trump?
Yes.
Wait, hold up. You
I'm
support
voting.
Trump?
Yeah. I think like more than half of America does.
Aren't you Mexican though?
No.
You're not Mexican?
Why do you think I'm Mexican?
Because you look Mexican.
How do I look Mexican?
You just do.
Well, no, I'm not Mexican. And even if I was, what does that got to do with anything? If I was Mexican, what does that got to do with anything?
It has to do with everything.
It does.
Hey, let's get this straight. I am a black conservative. I don't blame anything on anybody else. I take responsibility for everything I've been through. I don't care anything about the racial past because that's all those Democrats care about. And I don't care anything about Black Lives Matter.
Ranking Chrissy Teigen's deleted tweets, part 2. For those of you who aren't aware, Chrissy Teigen got accused of pedophilia, deleted like 60,000 tweets, and blocked like 1 million people on Twitter. And somehow she has the power to get the QAnons blocked off Twitter too. It's weird how Twitter just bent over for her too. Anyways, let's see what she deleted this time. This one says, I just saw a baby that looked like a porn star. Like a trashy do-anything porn star. Is this wrong to think? Yes, Chrissy, it is very wrong to think. At no point have I looked at a baby and said, you would look good in a porno. You are indeed messed up in the head for thinking that. I don't know, she is talking about porn and I do have a sick sense of humor, so I'm gonna give this one a 6.9 out of 10. Mad sus though. Alright, this deleted tweet says, I'm bored, really wanna watch kids give birth. Where can I watch teens giving birth? NTV, I mean that doesn't make sense, but I'll try. I'm speechless on this one. Who would want to watch anyone give birth, let alone a teen? And why would that be on MTV? And what's this obsession with kids? I've never been so bored that I wanted to watch teens give birth. 2 out of 10.
get this liberal in my family, when talking about politics and me being a Trump supporter, she said, "You're Spanish. You're Spanish." Like, okay. And then she goes, and again, this is all over politics. The only reason for her bringing this up, and went, "You're probably part black." Okay, well, if I am, I'm not voting for Biden. So then I know I shouldn't have, but I couldn't help myself, and I now call her Miss Joe Biden.
I'm honestly sick and tired of people calling the United States a racist country. This is a survey of people from about 80 countries. It asked them what kind of people they would want as neighbors, and this ranks the amount of people who said they would prefer someone of a different race as a neighbor. What you find is that the United States, along with most of Western culture, is extremely racially tolerant. That's not the same over here. In fact, the only Eastern countries to be on par with the United States racial tolerance is Australia, Sweden, Norway, and the UK. It also found that India was the most racist country on the planet. And this is from 2013. It could be different now. It could be worse in the United States thanks to things like Black Lives Matter. Because when it comes to racial tensions, people in the US seem to think that Black Lives Matter has had more of an overall negative impact instead of a positive one. But still, you can't deny the fact that the United States is not a racist country.
It's the hypocrisy for me. Nice roots. Look at that fresh cut. It's the supporting another chain restaurant opening while hundreds of small businesses are closing their doors every day, for me. It's the pretending to support the LGBTQ community and women, but then allowing a business that's predominantly LGBTQ, woman and minority owned remain closed for almost 5 months without any help from the government, for me. Yet again, it's the hypocrisy for me. Oh yeah, your winery is still open? Go figure. It's the pretending like this is somehow more sanitary or more essential than my business, for me. It's the trying to convince me that working outside in the hot, nasty street is somehow safer than working inside a clean, sanitary, controlled environment, for me.
Oops, I accidentally created a false reality.
You ain't the same on the game. Hey, Donald Trump is your president, and if you like it or not, keep that energy you had with Barack. Cause you know this Trump train don't stop. Tell Beto to please come try to take my block.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
I apologize for saying things that make Twitter uncomfortable.
I take responsibility.
I take responsibility for making Twitter sad.
I take responsibility for my speech, which is violence. So I'll be silent, which is also violence.
Twitter, I take responsibility for... I don't know, man. I just started here, so... I take responsibility for posting things on Twitter that Twitter doesn't agree with. I really should have known better than to have my own thoughts and opinions.
I take responsibility for saying true things that make woke people uncomfortable.
Incredible. One of the worst performances of my career, and they never doubted it for a second.
Raged. I'm disgusted. I am so sick and tired of these sick pedophiles messing with our kids, destroying our kids' lives. We got people like this sick woman that I'm about to show you that's destroying kids' lives, and she just gets away with it. No more letting little kids get destroyed by monsters. That's what they are. They're freaking monsters. And if you don't think they're monsters, then you got something wrong with you. I won't stand for it anymore. I'm over it. Watch this video of this sick individual. And let's do something about it.
Today is my daughter's 2nd birthday, and I'm
knowing nothing in life, but I gotta get rich. You could check the throwback pics up in that bitch. I'm a hot girl, I do hot shit.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail. You're charging too high prices for sweaters, glasses. You right to jail. You undercook fish, believe it or not, jail. You overcook chicken, also jail. Undercook, overcook. You make an appointment with the dentist and you don't show up, believe it or not, jail, right away. We have the best patients in the world because of jail.
2016. At that point, candidate Trump lagged behind Hillary Clinton just over 7 points. These were the sounds from the campaign trail 4 years ago, right around this time in the summer. Watch.
Donald Trump simply does not have the temperament to be President and Commander-in-Chief of the United States.
See, I don't like her temperament because her temperament is the temperament of a loser.
The George Floyd body cam footage didn't justify his death. What it did was it told me that you lied to me, media. You told me that it was an act of racism. Well, we all watched for 18 minutes as George Floyd resisted arrest and acted like a 2-year-old, refusing to cooperate with the police. You weren't concerned about the knee being on his neck because incidents have happened like that before. You were concerned with the color of the knee and the neck. You pushed out a false narrative and whipped up the USA to uplift this black criminal who held guns to pregnant women when it had nothing to do with racism. So leftists and black militants, you can run around stomping your feet and throwing a tantrum saying we're trying to justify his death. Nobody's trying to justify his death. We're simply saying that you lied. It wasn't racism.
So no, I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, and no, I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. I don't want none of your time, and no.
Reichsminister Dr. Goebbels spricht zur Jugend.
If you ever wanted to know what a racist bigot sounds like, pay attention to the following clip.
He tried to make a video coming at me, calling me a racist because I laughed at a video that's pretty much saying, hey, he's not black because he doesn't act like he's fucking black. Dude, you're a fucking joke. You are a disgrace to your entire race, not only by who you vote for, by how you fucking act and how you speak all the fucking time. All your content is fucking disgusting.
Christ, I'm blacker than you are. Excuse me? You don't know shit about your own people. What they eat, how they talk, how they live. I'm the asshole who has to hustle every goddamn day to put food on the table. You, Mr. Big Shot, you live on top of a castle, traveling around the world doing concerts for rich people. I live on the streets. You sit on a throne. So yeah, my world is way more blacker than yours.
Calgary.
Nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong.
So one is full of Republicans, and the other, which I'm assuming isn't going to be the Trump rally, is full of Democrats. Shut up.
How do I say this? Here too.
Alrighty, sir, do you know why I pulled you over? Oh, frickin' butt cheeks. Yeah, you messed up big time. Sir, I'm so sorry. I had no idea you were white. Here's your free $20. Give me that. And I want your shotgun, too. Yes, sir, whatever you need. Don't you ever think about pulling over a white person again. Or next time,
I'm calling your manager.
Answer your call for political honesty. I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun.
Can you imagine Donald Trump standing up one day and delivering a State of the Union address?
Well, I can imagine it in a Saturday night skit.
He's not going to be president. He is not, Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank. Okay. I guarantee it. All right, all right.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red capes.
On that note, Tom,
take it from me.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
If you're Hillary Clinton, you're honestly probably starting to think about not just whether you will win, but how big your win.
And what?
He's got rights, you know. You can't just feed him if you don't like him.
Your child's going to tell you you're a piece of Your mom's going to tell you you're a piece of If your mother doesn't, I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for your family. You're a piece of You're a piece of You really are. You really are. You're part of the problem. And I hope that your children treat you the way you deserve to be treated. What's up, yo? I'm peacefully protesting. What's up? What's your name? What's up? I'm peacefully protesting. Don't take it, your man. I'm the one that cleared the street. I am the one that cleared the street. Tell me I'm wrong. What's up? I can be in your face all I want. It's part of the free First Amendment right.
Hello, Professor Biden. How are you doing today? Okay, got it, I guess.
We have over 120 million dead from COVID.
Okay, so there's 330 million Americans, 120 million have died from COVID, so that's going to leave 210 million Americans left. Is that true?
150 million people have been killed since 2007 when Bernie voted to exempt the gun manufacturers from liability.
So on top of the 120 million that have died from COVID, another 150 million have died from gun violence. Holy crap, that only leaves 60 million Americans? Only 1 million per state?
That saves billions of gallons of gasoline. I mean, billions of, I think it's $2.3 billion worth of, $500 billion in savings and 2-point-something billion metric tons of CO2 going in.
I'm dropping out. I'm freaking dropping out.
Bitch, you guessed it. You was right. Deep up in the street like we some warriors. My mama told me never bow your head.
Racism is bad.
As a American, I'm saying why not? F it, let's just abolish the police. Let's just see what happens. If it crashes and burns, okay, then it crashes and burns.
But I thought Black Lives Matter.
If it crashes and burns.
But many black people will be killed. Innocent black people.
Do you really think so?
Yeah, far more black people will be killed if you abolish the police.
But we're not being killed right now by the police.
What's the number one cause of death for young black Americans?
Can you tell me that? I'm not too sure. Is it diabetes?
No.
What is it?
It's homicide. It's not even close.
Yeah. Homicide?
Yeah, homicide.
Black on black crime?
Black on black crime.
Damn.
It's not even close. If we're talking about, and by the way, if we're talking about Black Lives Matter, and that is the number one cause of death with young black Americans, and the vast majority of black Americans don't want to abolish the police. You were talking about the vast majority of Americans, black Americans, don't want to abolish the police.
Where are you getting that from? InfoWars? Where are you getting that from?
No, I'm not getting it from InfoWars, but we can bring the statistics out here.
I know.
Do you doubt the idea
yeah.
that homicide is the number one cause of death for young black Americans?
I'm not doubting anything. No, not that.
Okay.
So, but I want to say.